So it happened again. Motorola just announced one of the best smartphones they've ever made, and it's an absolute monster. It has one of the most powerful processors in the world, a screen brighter than the sun, and features that we've been begging for. It's called the Motorola Signature. And if you're watching this video in North America, the US, or Canada, I got some bad news for you. You can't buy it. So today I'm going to be talking about this beast of a smartphone, these insane specs, and exactly why we're being left out. So let's start with the CPU, because I actually had to double check the spec sheet when I saw this for the first time. In previous years, Motorola would use slightly older chips to save costs, but not this time. The Moto Signature is one of the first phones to be using the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5. We are skipping a whole generation of performance here. The Gen 5 is built on a new 2nm process. We're talking about a massive jump in efficiency and nearly double the AI processing power compared to the phone currently in your pocket. So think about what this means for a Motorola phone. Usually Motorola software is pretty light and fast, and with the 8 Gen 5 is going to be super snappy. So personally, I'm excited for this device. App opening times, rendering 4K video, high graphic games. The 8 Gen 5 is going to be able to handle that without getting too hot. And speaking of heat, it has been reported that this phone uses a copper mesh liquid cooling system. Now, is that overkill? I don't know, but it's something that you want in a flagship, I guess. Why not? Now, let's look at the display, because the specs is actually hard to believe. According to the spec sheet released in India and Europe, the Moto Signature packs a 6.8-inch POLED panel with a peak brightness of 6500 nits. That's insane. So basically, you can use this phone on the surface of the sun and still be able to read your emails and text messages. No problem. It's also going to have a 165 Hz refresh rate, which Motorola is kind of known for. But then there is the build. Apparently, Motorola made this phone incredibly thin, measuring in at 6.9 millimeters thick. And that's because they ditched the plastic. The back is a mix of microcrystal ceramic and a new specialized fabric finished in Pantone colors. Now, this is pretty unique. It's not just glass like a typical flagship phone, and it's not cheap plastic either. Now, apparently this phone is also going to have an IP69 and IP68 dust and water rating, so that's always a plus. I mean, it is a flagship phone, so it kind of has to have those features, right? But here's the feature that really separates this device from the pack. The Signature supports the new Moto Pen Ultra. This isn't the cheap stylus from the Moto G stylus. This is a dedicated active accessory. It has its own battery and charges wirelessly. Because it has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 driving the latency, the input lag is supposedly 0. It supports air action for controlling your camera remotely, and this is clearly a direct shot at the Samsung Galaxy Ultra. Basically, Motorola is saying that we can do productivity too. And honestly, with the clean software that Motorola typically releases on their devices, it might be a really pleasant experience. Speaking of software, this is another one of the parts that actually shocked me, in a good way. If you have ever owned a Motorola phone in the past 5 years, you know the pain that I'm about to speak of. You buy the phone, you get one update, maybe two, if you're lucky, and then silence. It's pretty much one of their biggest weaknesses, software updates. With the Motorola Signature, Motorola is promising 7 years of OS updates and 7 years of security patches. Hallelujah. So to break it down in simple terms, that means if the phone launches with Android 16, theoretically, you should be able to use it until Android 23. Yeah, that is on the level of Samsung and Google, and that is a big step for them. Big step. And it actually makes sense. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 is a powerful enough processor to last the next 7 years, no question. So in my opinion, this removes the single biggest reason not to buy a Motorola device. So how much for all this tech? In Europe, it's launching at 999 pounds, and that is pretty aggressive. It's undercutting the top tier competition while offering better specs. And that right there brings us back to the main concern that I have. Why aren't we getting that device? So after doing a little bit of research on this, it came down to carrier dominance as one of the main reasons. Here in the US, Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile pretty much control the smartphone market. It's almost as if they don't agree to sell your phone in the store, it pretty much doesn't exist. Not literally, but it's not gonna have as many eyes. So it's probably one of those things where Motorola calculated the cost to actually sell us a phone like this to make it compatible with the US networks, and probably thought it won't be the best idea for them to be profitable, because at the end of the day, they are a business and they want to make money. So for now, they're going to continuously sell us budget phones and mid-range phones while the rest of the world pretty much get to drive their new Ferrari. So now I know what you're thinking. Why not just buy one on eBay or somehow get the device imported here to the US, because it's definitely possible. Yeah, but be careful when you do things like that, because the international models aren't usually compatible with all the different 5G bands and network bands that we have here in the US. So there's a chance that if you buy that phone and try to, put your SIM in it or eSIM and all that good stuff, it may not work. But there's also a chance that it would. Are you willing to risk it? That's up to you. Also keep in mind that if something happens, you probably aren't going to have a warranty, and that's pretty important, especially on a device in this price category. That's when all that stuff really starts to matter. So honestly, it's a tragedy that the Signature is not going to be here in the US. I'm pretty sad by that, because the Moto Signature looks like the refresh that the Android market currently needed. 6500 nits peak brightness, Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, 7 years of software support, a phenomenal phone. But here in the US, no good. So let me know in the comment section below, would you buy the Moto Signature over the Galaxy S series? My answer is yes. I'm a big Motorola fan, in case you can't tell by the videos on my channel. But until then, see you guys in the next one. Peace.